What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're coming at you live from DUBClub's new headquarters, all the way here in North Royalton, Ohio. We got two very beautiful cars here today, which are this Mustang right here and that Mustang right over there. Now we're going to be focusing on this Mustang right here. We're going to be installing some KW coilovers on this thing, and I think it's going to look freaking sick. Step one is going to be get your dirty clothes on, take off your Galaxy watch. You don't want your girlfriend who bought it for you to be mad that you destroyed it. And step two is almost always going to be jack up the car and take off the wheels. So let's go. Make sure you use jack stands. You don't want this car falling on you and killing you. It's not worth your life. So if your wheel is stuck like this one, where it won't come out, you can just kick it right in the tire right here, and that should be able to loosen it. Or you can even hit it with your hand, and that should loosen it as well, where it'll come off and you won't have any issue. There we go. Doing the front suspension is fairly easy. All you gotta do is unbolt this stabilizer links right here, and then there's two bolts, one right here and one a little bit lower, to take the spindle off. And then there's the brake line is attached on the back with that bolt right over here. And then all you gotta do is take the 4 bolts off that are above under the hood, and just take all that out, and the strut should come out, and just put the new coilover right in. So in order to take these bolts out, the bolt is an 18mm bolt and the nut is a 21mm. So I'm just gonna hold the bolt and unscrew the nut with an impact. Moving on to the sway bar link, it's just an 18mm nut. I am going to spray it even though it looks brand new, just with some WD-40, just to be sure it's fine, because those like to get stuck and then it's a hassle to get them out. So in order to get the sway bar off, I had to use an 18mm wrench and the 8mm wrench. The 8mm wrench goes onto the end of the tie rod where it has a hex, so you can hold the rod from spinning. And you just unscrewed it like that. The next step, like I said before, is just to take these 4 nuts off. They're 13mm nuts. So get your ratchets, get your impacts, and get them out. I'm gonna stick this in there, put the 4 nuts on top to hold it in, and then get the bottom in, and we'll be set. When installing the coilover into the car, this little arrow is pointing, it should be pointing out towards the fender, which means that in order for this to be the left side, I'm gonna have to put it in like this. Just make sure you get this right, because if you don't, the angles are off and it might make some weird noises or whatever. I'm not sure. Haven't ever actually put it in wrong, but I don't see why anybody would want to do that. I already put the lower bolt in. The lower bolt is just a regular bolt, so you just put that in whatever. The top bolt looks like this, where it's got an oval to it. So depending on how you turn it, it's gonna move this either this way or this way, which in turn adjusts the camber. So I mean, I don't know. I don't have an alignment machine, so I'm just gonna put it in however, and then he's gonna have to go get an alignment after all this is on. Back with this 10mm bolt right here. The next step is just going to be to plug this clip back in here, just like this. Moving on to the rear of the car. Steps are going to be the same. Jack up the car, take the wheels off. I think I'm going to jack up both sides at the same time and just do the whole job at the same time rather than taking one side, doing that, and doing the other side separate. So to start off, I'm just going to take the sway bar off, which is this one bolt. I'm going to do it here and then on the other side, and then I'm going to drop the sway bar down in order to get to the shock down there. And it's a 15mm bolt. So that was fairly easy. Now it's time to take these shocks off down here, which is just one bolt right over here. And that one appears to be a 15mm bolt as well. Before you guys take these bolts out, I would suggest putting a jack underneath the rear end. So that way when you take these out, this doesn't just go flying down. I apologize about this, but it appears that I have lost some of the footage from me removing the rear shocks from the body of the car. So what you want to do is open up the trunk, peel back the carpeting above the rear wheels, over here and over here. And when you do so, a 15mm nut will be exposed that all you have to do is just whiz it out and pull the old shocks out and install the new shocks right back in that same hole. And as for the rear springs, after you undo the lower bolt on the shocks and lower the jack supporting the rear end will drop down far enough to the point where all you have to do is just pull the old springs out and install the new springs and purchase. Now you're going to want to install it into the rear end first. Then you're going to want to slide it up into the body. Now install the bolts. Now it could be easier to, if the bolt's not fitting because it's misaligned, just stick a screwdriver in and just align it right. And then the bolt should fit in. Like that. And now all we got to do is just tighten these back up and install the rear sway bar back. And throw the wheels on and get going. That one's tight. Now let's go tighten the other side and we're set to go. The last step is just to put the sway bar back to where it came from. Tighten those back up. Again with the 15mm socket. Alright, so the coilovers are on, all four corners are done. I'm going to throw the wheels on and then drop it down and see if I have to adjust the panhard bar, which is just going to move the wheels either way. So I'm just going to look at how the wheel is in comparison to the quarter panel and make sure it's the same on the other side. And hopefully I won't have to adjust the ride height, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so let's get these wheels on and let's get the thing on the ground. In order to get the wheels to shift over to the right, I'm going to have to make this panhard bar shorter by 1/2 inch, which means loosening these nuts right here and then turning this until it's about 1/2 inch shorter. So let's get to it. I think this time it's going to be good, so I think we're all set. So that looks about as good as it's going to get, guys. I'm going to leave the rest of the lining to the alignment shop, which this thing is going to very soon. Thank you guys so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yep, so
Mm.